student physical therapist. I'm from UConn.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the physical therapist watching over Mike today. My credentials are DPT, PhD, CSCS, ATP, OS, RHP, all the above, and even some more.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, so Emily, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So what brings you here to PT today?
So I was hit while riding my motorcycle about 6 months ago, and I went flying right off of it. I ended up fracturing my right thigh and my left leg, and I got a concussion.
Wow, geez. All right, well, I'm glad to see you're still here with us. Are there any other complaints I should know about?
Yeah, I've been having bouts of kind of feeling like the world is spinning around me. The doctor says it's called vertigo. So, yeah. Also, I've been having some migraines, too.
Okay, and you take any medications for any of this?
Just painkillers for my pain.
Painkillers. Okay, and this is for your femur?
Yes.
Did you have any prior surgeries?
I've had 2 C-sections.
Two C-sections.
2 kids.
Nice. Boy, girl?
2 girls.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good to hear that. I had two boys myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
3 and 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah, mine are 5 and 2.
Troublemakers. No, yeah, you know the struggle. And anyway, any family history?
There's some high blood pressure and some heart disease.
Okay. All right. And anything particular with you? Is that everything?
No.
Okay. Good. How about any other orthopedic issues, falls in the past year?
No falls yet, but like I said, I've been having some vertigo, so I've had a few close calls.
Okay, something to be mindful of when you go through it. How about, do you smoke or drink at all?
Yeah, I smoke about 1 pack a day, and I have like 3 drinks a day, give or take.
So that's an average weekday, you'd say, is 3
Yeah,
drinks? Okay.
yeah.
And how about the weekends? Do you drink more? Do you run?
Probably more.
Probably
yeah.
more, just hang out with your buds or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. How about exercise and diet? Do you?
I don't really exercise, and I really like fast food. McDonald's is my favorite. I like bar food too. That's pretty good.
Okay, so drive-throughs that you can hit up on your Harley.
Right.
Okay. And for fun, do you do anything for fun? Like,
I ride my bike. I like to go to bars and with my friends.
Okay, all right, good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you're staying active in the community.
Right.
What about your pain level today? So if you were to rate your pain on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain at all, 10 being the worst pain imaginable, how would you rate yourself?
I'd be at about a 7.
Okay, 7. All right, we can work on that. And is there anything that makes it worse or better?
Standing, walking, putting any weight on it.
Okay, that would make it worse, correct?
Yeah,
okay, and then better would be?
Painkillers, alcohol,
Nice.
not standing on it.
Okay. All right, and how about any functional goal for you? What are your own goals?
I want to get back on my bike. I really like riding my motorcycle around. There's a bike week down in Daytona that I really want to go to, but I've never been.
Oh,
so,
that's a good seat. I went there a couple of years ago. Me and my wife.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we rode all the way down from Connecticut to Florida. It was
wow.
wild. Yeah,
it's been a long trip.
Yeah, no, it was, but I mean, it'll be worth it. You have a couple months till then, so you should be able to get back in shape for that.
That's the goal.
Good, that's exciting. All right, Emily, when you're ready, I'm going to have you hop up off this table, and with those crutches on, I'm just going to have you walk down and back, just to see how much weight you can put through your involved side. So if you don't mind just getting off, I'm going to help you with these.
Thank you.
Just take it easy on that one. There you go. All right, just work your way back to your table over there.
Okay.
So what did you think was wrong with that gait?
I don't know.
Okay, so the purpose of the test was to see how much weight bearing she could have, and she didn't have any. So what you are going to want to try to do is try to put weight on there as tolerated, okay? Just like that. So you don't want to have no weight. You want to try it with some weight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so if you don't mind, let's try that again. Just there and back to your table. As much weight through as you can. That'll be unbearable. back to your table there. How was that for you?
That was okay. Hurts a little bit, but that's
Alright, to be expected. Measure your range of motion here. So with your right hip, I just want to see how it compares to the left side. So if you don't mind just laying on your stomach, we're going to do hip flexion. Just, so I'm going to line up my axes here.
So for hip flexion, are you sure that's the position you want her in?
You know what? I think you're right. I'm sorry, Emily. If you don't mind just rolling onto your back for me.
Okay.
Not too painful, I'm sorry. Alright, and we're going to compare both sides here. So I'll start on your left side. And I'm just going to line your axes here. Bring it up. That's good. Yep, 120, exactly what we expect to see. Perfect. So that's good. How'd that feel?
Good.
Good. Alright, now the bad side here. Again, line up our axes. And, oh, I'm getting stuck here. How's this feel?
It's a little tight.
A little tight. Okay. Yeah, it's about 90 degrees. Is a little shy of what we'd like to see, like around 120 degrees, like we saw on the other side there. But something to work on.
Okay.
All right, Emily, next we're just going to measure the strength in your legs. So I'm going to compare both sides here. So we're going to start with the good side. And just through this range of motion here, so when you kick out, can you do that on your own? Mm-hmm. Good. All right, now I'm just going to bring you up here. And then I'm going to push into your shin, and I want you to resist. All right, I'm going to try to push you down and you resist it, all right?
Yep.
All right, resist, 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 resist. Good, good. All right, that's a 5. So 5 means, that just means you didn't break it all. You didn't flinch, actually. It's quite strong.
Thanks.
All right, and now the bad side here. So let me know if it's painful at all. So just that range of motion. Can you do that on your own? Nice, that's good. All right, and again, I'm going to bring you up here in the same procedure. So I'm going to get you here. I'm going to push down. I want you to resist, all right?
Okay.
All right, resist, resist, resist. Ooh. Okay, so with pretty strong force, maximum force, I'd say you broke. So I would consider that a 4 out of 5, so not too bad. All right, Emily, so after looking at your test results, I would say you're looking forward to a full recovery. This is exciting stuff.
Okay,
Get you back on your Harley.
Yay.
Yeah, so work on your range of motion and strength in the right leg. Just to have you walking again, and again, like I said, back on your bike. That's our big functional goal here that we're looking forward to.
Yeah,
So,
sounds good.
yeah, so I mean, as far as walking, we'd like to work towards full weight bearing, where you can walk independently, put full weight through your right leg as well as your left leg. And range of motion, so like you saw, your right hip, it kind of stopped at around 90 degrees, and we'd like to get that to as close to 120 degrees as possible, which would be normal. And it'll just help with, ADLs, activities of daily living, and other functional activities. Again, going back to this bike, you want to sit down on the low rider, you need some hip flexion.
That's true. That's very true.
And then, so strengthen your right leg too. It was good. 4 out of 5 is considered good. But to get it back to normal, we'd like to get a 5 out of 5. So when I'm pushing down your leg like that, I don't want you to break. I want to have full resistance. I'm doing that test. So those are a couple of our goals that we're working towards.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, great job today, Emily.
Thanks.
You're doing well. I look forward to the progress you're going to
Hey,
make.
Emily. Hey, what's up? Long time no see. I used to bike with her back in the day. We used to be in the same motorcycle club.
Such a small
Goodness, what's
world.
going on with you? Why are you a PT?
I fell off my bike and I ended up fracturing my femur and hurt my left leg too. Got a concussion.
way.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to
What?
me
No
last
way.
year around the same time.
Oh,
I
you're
have the
doing
same
good.
PT. I'm still doing my exercises.
Hey.
That's good to hear. Yeah, that's probably why you're doing better.
Yeah, I mean, you got great hands on you.
That's great.
All right. Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Hopefully I'll see you on the road.
Yeah.
Biking around.
What a day, huh?
Long day.
Yeah.
Ugh, some troublesome patients.
Where did this empty beer can come from?
Let's just probably throw it in the trash, right?
Alright, Michael, why don't you go ahead and pull up a chair?
There's a bench right there.
Can you please pull up a chair, Mike? So Mike, tell me how your day went, what went well? What do you think we need to improve on? Things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it went well for the most part. I mean, a couple of missteps, obviously. There was, some parts where I did kind of, forget the correct mechanics for doing something. For example, the hip flexion, I know I was putting one of our patients into hip extension, so that obviously wasn't good. So a couple of the cognitive aspects I feel like I need to work on. But I know for me personally, before coming to my clinical affiliation, I did a test to see my learning style, see how I would be best benefit from this learning experience. And I came across one by Kolb, and what I found is I'm an assimilator. So what that means is that I learn best from watching, from thinking, and kind of conversing. So I mean, I think to get the most out of this experience, I think if you were to maybe demonstrate or explain things ahead of time for me, instead of kind of throwing me in the mix, which I know you often like to do, is just kind of throw me in there, see how I do. Which, I mean, it's great and all, but I think I'd probably might get a little bit more out of it if you were to explain things.
I think I do that just because that's how I learned and I wasn't sure. So that's good to know that that's not how you like to learn.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I said, I mean, it's still excellent and whatnot, but I think I might learn a little better if you were to do that. And then also just, if we could talk about a patient beforehand or even, afterhand, at the end of the day, just discuss and stuff like that. I like that kind of, that conversation, that really kind of helps, flesh things out for me and help me get a better understanding.
Absolutely.
And then also, like, one more thing that I can just think off the top of my head is just if I were to have maybe a list of the patients that I'd be working with, like the night before, so I could do my research and come better prepared in the morning. That way, I kind of not caught off guard by anything today or tomorrow, or
So I think taking the patient charts home would be great for you, because what I was going to tell you is that your interactions with the patients were really well. You really knew how to connect with them on a personal level while still being professional. But your cognitive domain was a little bit off. So some of the tests you did, like you said, you weren't doing them correctly. So taking them home, reviewing the text, reviewing certain techniques, knowing the basics is really what's going to improve how you do things. So especially range of motion. Gait analysis is going to take a while, so learning how to use those crutches for full weight bearing may not be the easiest thing to pick up on, but you'll get that. But range of motion, things like that, definitely want to improve right away. Those are the basics. If you don't know how to do those, the patients, might not trust you in the end.
Yeah, it was a little embarrassing when I had to have Emily flipping over back and forth again. I couldn't get that hip flexion down.
That's okay. I mean, that's how we learn. When you do something wrong, you learn from the better. It wasn't harmful to her in any way. But I agree with that as well in time management. If you have her flipping over all the time, up and down the table, you're not using your time efficiently and effectively. So if we can just, do everything she needs to do on supine, flip her over, everything she needs to do at prone, that's really what's going to make you become a novice to an expert, learning to use your time wisely. And then lastly was your body mechanics. Some of the tests you were doing, you're kind of hunched over. That might hurt your back a little bit. When you're using the pressure for testing her extensor strength, you were kind of still hunched over on the ground. So just learning how best to put your body in a position is what's going to improve not just your interaction with the patient, but help you not hurt yourself. Because if you get hurt, you're not going to be able to help others.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. It would help my longevity in the field, because if I'm practicing with these improper body mechanics for, maybe not one day, but months, years even, it could get put out of the game early. It's not what I want.
So that's all I have for you today. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned before coming on this affiliation, I took the learning style test, and I was wondering, have you taken any tests like that? Like, do you have a specific learning style that you know to be your own? Or?
Actually, yeah. Back when I went to UConn for school, I did take a test, and I got the accommodating style. So basically what that means is I like to feel and I like to do. I like to go out, I like to perform a task, get the feel for it before really learning anything else about it. It really helps me realize what I can do better, helps me become more of an expert. So I focus more on my gut feeling rather than the research and logic behind certain tests. I like to work in teams, especially this intra-professional teams. everyone has a different opinion, so when you all come together, I can rely on some of what they're saying to me, I can put it all together, and it just kind of works out best for me that way.
And then how, so on a day-to-day basis here, you come in the morning, how does that affect your, your everyday practice?
So sometimes I look at the charts beforehand, but I really try not to look too into the medical record, especially for initial evaluations. I like to focus more on the patient. So I usually come in just a little bit early to prepare myself for the day, not too early. And then when I have a patient, I like to focus on them. I focus on their facial expressions, their limitations, the way they move. If I'm focusing more on the patient rather than the chart, I'm going to get more information. So definitely focus more on the client. When I think about the treatments I'm going to give the patients, I do off what I feel is right rather than what the research feels is right. Sometimes that changes on a day-to-day basis in between patients, sometimes in the middle of a session. It just all depends on how I see them doing. So, it can go either way. So, yeah, learning beforehand, planning out your days is definitely important, but sometimes, you got to change on just that quick dime.
Okay.
Just make it happen.
Yeah, maybe one more question I had was, so you mentioned one of your critiques was my body mechanics. And like I had mentioned, my learning style, a similar learning style, I oftentimes learn better just by kind of watching like an example or something like that. So I was wondering, do you think you'd be able to maybe demonstrate some proper body mechanics for, what I was doing today that I might have done wrong?
Absolutely. All right. So when you're doing range of motion, the first thing is you want to make sure the table height is right? So down here, you'd be hunched over. That's going to put a lot of pressure on your back throughout the day.
Yeah.
So what you could do you could get up on the table, have them over here, make that easier. You could pull up a stool if you have the room, or even use a taller table, You are very taller compared to me, so the tables that move up and down are going to be your best bet. Bringing your patients to those kinds of tables so that you're at a specific height.
Yeah.
Same thing when you're doing the extensors. You are kind of hunched over like this. You really want to put your whole body weight into it. So you want to be set up in a way in which you can use your body as leverage.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, there are a lot of situations I noticed, like when I was working today, I would have loved to have had like a stool or something to kind of get me lower on the patient's level, and clearly there's a lack of chairs, seated devices.
Absolutely. We'll definitely talk to them about that. Talk to the front office, see what we can do to maybe get some more stools in here. I think they're just used to shorter people, so now that we have a taller person in the building, we'll definitely have to make that doable for you.
Yeah, all in the interest of body mechanics.
Exactly. All right, well, have a great day.
Yeah.
We'll see you bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Go.
Oh, hi there. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I'm Stephanie.
Nice to meet you.
Good. I'm going to be your PTA today, and I looked over the notes from their physical therapist. They did your initial evaluation and everything. I see you broke your femur, huh?
I did.
Well, okay. So, have you ever worked with a PTA before?
I haven't. I've actually never seen a PTA before. Only a PT. What does a PTA do?
Okay, so I do all your treatment and help you with your exercises and your stretching, things like that. Kind of fill in for the PT, but not totally.
Okay, so you're like a PT though.
Yeah, I can't do your initial evaluation. I can't do the tests and diagnostic measures. I don't really do over your history and stuff like that. That's all the PT because they have a lot more knowledge and expertise and that kind of thing. So I don't diagnose you, but I can follow their treatment plan and help you with your routine. And I can talk to the physical therapist, tell them how you're doing, if you need to be moved up, if you're getting better, getting worse, and I can discuss with the PT what my advice would be in your treatment, but they make the final call. And I can make small modifications, like if you need like some more weights, or if something hurts, maybe not do something that day, but I don't make any real changes. I'm just kind of here to help you through your treatment that the PT stated.
Cool, that's good. Did you have to go to college to be a PTA?
So to be a PTA, you go and you get your associate's degree. So you go to college, but it's only a 2-year degree, but you do have to take a national licensure exam. You have to be licensed to be a PTA.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college?
You know, I went to Southern over there. They have a great program.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you like being a PTA?
I do. I really like it because I don't have as much responsibility as the PTs, but I still, you know, get to help a lot of patients. I get to help the PTs out. It helps the PTs see a lot more patients that they wouldn't be able to without me, you know? So that's really good. The pay is like pretty good. Get some flexible hours in there, you know, get some good workouts on with my patients. Yeah, I really like it.
Awesome.
So, you ready to get started?
I am.
Awesome. So, like I said before, I have your note from when you saw Mike the other day.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. He was really nice.
Awesome. Yeah, he's our student. I think he's doing really good so far.
That's good.
Yeah, so what kind of tests and things did he put you through? How did those go? How did you feel about that appointment?
Yeah, he did like some measurements for like my hip and some strength stuff. One thing that I wasn't really sure about was using my crutches. I guess I was supposed to like use my both feet, but I wasn't doing it right. So I was wondering if we could go over that again today.
Yeah, definitely. It says in your note that we want to do some gait training, like with crutches, get you back on weight bearing on that leg. I mean, you have your rod in your leg. We got to make sure your muscles are there to support it and stuff. So that's definitely in what we're going to try to do. So I can help you with that. If you want to show me how you have been walking with your crutches, that would be good.
Sure.
Okay. Try to put a little weight on your leg. Okay. And put it down. How does that feel? Does it hurt?
It hurts a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay. Do you feel confident that you can put more weight on it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's try that out. Okay. That's looking really good. How long ago did you have your surgery?
It was about 6 months.
That's great. I think you're doing really good. That's what Mike thought too. So I'm really excited to work with you.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, have you been doing any exercises at home or anything since your appointment? Did they give you a home exercise program?
They gave me some, but I haven't been following it.
Oh, well that's really important. You really want to do the exercises when you're here with me or with Mike, but you really got to do them at home because that's how you're going to get your strength up, you know?
Right. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Alright, so do you feel like you're confident with how your crutches are positioned?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, it looks decent, and we just really got to make sure that you get more confident and stronger in your leg so that you can put all your weight on it and start walking without your crutches.
Makes sense.
Awesome, so let's work on that.
Okay, sounds good.